Hey, what's going on, guys? Ashish here from channel Urania, and today we are back with an exciting tutorial, and let's see what we are going to create today. So here we go. This is our logo. Nice. And the main part is that the main thing is that the effect is totally built up under After Effects, and we did not use any third-party plugin. So let's see how we are going to create that. Let's go ahead and start a new composition. Say, first thing first, we are going to create logo at first. So let's take it 1000 by 1000. Let's take the frame rate 25. Okay, nice. Now we are going to create a new solid, and let's change the color to white. Just name it as say Vegas. Now we are going to select our ellipse tool, and we are going to draw a circle by holding shift and control from keyboard to get a perfect circle. Now we are going to add an effect called Vegas. We will take the Vegas effect and drop to our Vegas mask. Now we will change the blend mode to stencil, and we will go to our mask and just subtract. Okay, we are going to take it as mask path. Now you can see we have changed the mask to none, and we just changed the rendering. Under rendering there is a blend mode to stencil, and stroke we select from image to mask path. Now you can see we have circle Vegas, and we want to take the segment of 1, and we just want to decrease the length. Nice. And let's take a width of say 390, and start opacity, it's 1. Leave it as it is. Okay, so this is our circle. Now what we are going to do, we are going to decompose and just move all the attribute and just rename it as Vegas 1. We have our first Vegas. Now what we will do, we will just duplicate. We'll just copy paste. It's better to copy paste instead of duplicate. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and take down the second layer. Okay. Now what we will do, we just need the electric say energy types line. So we are going to put an effect called turbulence displace, Vegas 2, and once we put turbulence, we can see the line it displaced, right? So we want to decrease the amount. Size small. 5 is good for me. Okay, nice. Now if you solid layer, you can see that this is our main Vegas, and this is what we have, right? Now we can do one thing, we can just duplicate the layer once again, the main layer, say the second layer, not duplicate. It's better to copy paste. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and take down the layer. And what we need, we are going to add an effect called symbol choker. We'll drag the effect and put over here. Now we are going to take turbulent display and take turbulence display before simple choker and 3, and decrease the size to this, and let's give a negative value to the choker. So you can see we are getting this types of effect. You can do lots of experiment with this section, yeah, until you find the right place, until you're happy. This is the and let's fade it out. So to fade it out, what we are going to do, we are going to take a effect, say fast blur, and we are going to blur this thing. Also we are going to change the opacity. Alright, now you can see we are getting these types of effect. Now apart from that, what we can do, you can just maybe duplicate the first, let's copy paste the first one again, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste, take this and rename this as 4 Vegas 4, and let's add an effect, say turbulence displays. Increase the amount, decrease the size, it look nice to me. So here we have our Vegas, we have our full layer. Now what we are going to do, we are going to select all our full layer, right click and recompose, move all the attribute and say rename it as final Vegas. Nice. Now this final Vegas, we are going to add an effect, say for color you can choose anything like fill. So I will just go ahead, and instead of coloring each and everything, you can select each and every layer and you can put say curve effect, or say, so let's do that, right? I just want this number 1 as in white, it's in so I don't have any problem with that. So if I go to this one, let's add a tint effect. By the way, you can see each and everything, these things are coming up because I am just pressing out Control and space bar, a shortcut key, and this is a very good effects like from Video Copilot, and you create this thing, and it's very easy to use. Like instead of searching over here, you can directly press Control and space bar for shortcut key, and you can type say tint. If you want to add a tint effect, you can see tint level, hue and saturation, each and everything came up automatically. So you can use this one, it's very easy and it's totally free, right? Okay, so we are going to work with this layer. So I'm going to add an effect, say tint. Okay, I just want to this thing white, right? So leave it as it is. I'm not going to take anything with this. Let's work with this thing. Okay. And let's use a blue color, light blue. Okay. So we are going to copy the tint and paste it over here too, and paste over here too, and let's change the color to something like blue. It's not looking good, so just can do one thing, you can add an effect called glow. This is our Vegas, it's ready. So back to our main comp. What we need now, we need to just rotate this thing. So to do rotation, what we will do, we will just take, say, 1 second. It's good for us. And you can use keyframe, or I can show you can use expression. Expression is bit, it's good for us. Alt click the clock and just type over here time into 150. So let's see what we have. Okay, do one thing, you just time into negative 250. Alright, so next part is that what we need to do, we are going to just take the layer. So okay, now if we alt and say bracket and we just cut out the layer, selecting the layer, then cut out the layer like this and take this to 4 seconds, and we are going to duplicate the figures and like this. We are going to change the place, and to get a circle, what we can do, we can go ahead and just do a 3D layer. If you can't see the switches, you can toggle switches from here and you will get this layer, 3D layer on. And once we on the 3D layer, now you can go to the rotation and you can change the path and everything. Right, now duplicate the layer. Let's hit R. Trying to create some circles, and you can really spend a lot of time by using this like orbit position and each and everything. As I told before, there is a plugin called the utility box, so you can use that utility box to place each and everything like properly. But as I told in the beginning, we are not gonna use any say any third-party plugin to create these types of effects. So need to do manually. You can spend some time, and apart from that, let's see. Okay, sorry. Okay, so bring up rotation and just change the position from here to here like this. Rotation, change the position from here. You can duplicate all the layers each and every time, and you can just create a nice circle as you want. Let's just go for now. It looks nice to me, so it takes say around 2.5 seconds. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to just import our logo, this thing. So what we are going to do, we are going to just import our logo to project file, and we will search for our logo. It's in Google Drive logo, and please. Alright, this is our logo, and I'm just going to take the logo here and just scale it down a little bit. Nice. to, we can just go ahead and take this layer, move a little bit right, and to our logo we can put an opacity by hitting T from keyboard. Create keyframe, create a keyframe, then create a keyframe, dissolve out. So it will be 0 and it will be 100, it will be 100, it will be 0. Or you can do one thing, you can just come over here to this keyframe and you can say 60. So now if you can see that it will come, okay, we did a mistake, give me a moment. It should be 0. Nice. So for now we created our logo, so the next part is we are going to create all the clouds, and we need to do some color correction, and we are going to add the path. You can see, nice, it's very easy to create. Let me show you. Before going to the next part, I just want to tell you one thing. I just want to suggest you what we are going to do. We are going to take this layer and we are going to just render it, right? So you can just render it as you can make a template. Let's rename it as small HD, small HD. Let's edit that from AVI to MP4, QuickTime, from AVI to QuickTime, and the format option is H264. It's better for me. Quality, okay. It's a small size HD, right? And you can take anywhere. You can just save it. I'm just going to save it as tutorial. Say new folder. Say logo. Just going to save here our logo. Okay, save. Render it. And it's gonna take some time to render, and once it gets rendered, and we are going to back. So thank you. Alright, we have successfully completed our render. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create these types of clouds, and sorry, not this types of these types of clouds, and we are going to animate it, and it's very easy to create. And lots of you are thinking that you can go ahead and create this with the effect of fractal noise, and there is a lot of way to create actually. So I didn't use any fractal noise effect, and I simply used some glow effect, and I just displaced it, and let's see how we create this cool thing, right? So at first we are going to create a new comp. Let's rename it as render final 1280 80 720 25 black. Okay, now the next thing is that we are going to create a new solid. Let's rename it as light, not light, say cloud. And add an effect CC light ray. Drop it down and change, just untick this color from source and change the color to say something like blue. Lower down the intensity to 50. Okay, and let's center it. All right, now what we are going to do, we are going to just pre-compose this layer, move all the attribute and rename it as cloud 1. So for good. Now we need this 4 clouds, so I just want to suggest you, instead of duplicate, just do copy paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Alright, we have our layer 1, layer 2, just drag it down, layer 3, cloud number 4, number 5. So go to 2, select this layer, go to effects and change the color something like okay, and take this thing and just place it over here and just go to this thing and let's copy the color at first. This is going to copy the color code by hitting Ctrl C and go to our cloud 3, change the color, select center tool and just put it over here. So 1 2 1 2. Now number 4 we are going to select and change the color to something like yellow. So I have my color code. It will be E87F03 and put it here. Copy the color code, go to our number 5 cloud and paste the color code and here. Okay, so go to our main comp and select all this layer and the screen. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to do some displacement. So we are going to select this layer and add an effect called turbulence displace, and really the amount will be high and the size will be low. Alright, so we are getting our cloud effect. So let's put it at 6.6. Copy the turbulence displaced layer and paste it, and let's change it to say 750. Paste it. Let's change it to say 865 and this thing says 7.5. Paste it, and this thing says 795 and paste it in. Okay, now we are going to just cloud 1 and Control C, Control V, take this layer, go to here and increase the intensity high, something like this. Change the wrap softness, is it okay, and you can just lower down the opacity. So for now it's good, it looks good to me. Now what we need to do, we need to change some of the evolution and all that. So for that we can go to our complexity, say change some complexity. It really take a lot of time to adjust all these things until you are happy with the design. Alright, and let's add in turbulence displays to here also, to layer 6 also. Control C, copy turbulence displays, and Control V to paste that and decrease. Now what we are going to do, we are going to just use some expression from cloud 1 and alt click on evolution and just type time multiplied by 60. Go to layer 3, alt click on the evolution, say time multiplied by minus 110, alt click the evolution, time multiplied by 90, alt click the evolution, time multiplied by say minus 90, say minus 80. What it does, it's doing an animation, you can see that, right? Let's change it to third. Oops. It's getting animated, you can see. So the next part is that we are going to do some color correction. Wow. So for that, first thing first, we are going to select all the cloud and just change the color to red, and let's go ahead and layer new adjustment layer and just rename it as color correction. Before doing color correction, we just need some of the say thunder, this thing, just this blue, this types of effect. So it's very easy to create. We are going to duplicate our first layer, Ctrl C Ctrl V, let's rename it as thunder and bring the thunder layer down and just go to the thunder layer, cloud, and just add an effect called corner pin and select all those things. Alright, put it over here. So what actually we are going to do, we are just trying to make it as center. We're just trying to create a ray, light ray, as we use before, as I told you before, that we are not going to use any third-party plugin. So for that, if you want, you can go ahead and use some of the plugins. Say it's a very good plugin, optical flare from Video Copilot, and it's really very cool plugin. Alright, so we have successfully created our array. Now go to our render file. You can see that some of the things we really can, and now we are going to add an effect, same effect. I really love the effect. It's turbulence in this place, if you're able to write correctly. Bring it down. Okay. Play with complexity. You can change the settings any part of time until you get happy. So it looks good to me. Alright, and I'll just rotate it. Use some rotation like this, and we can lower down the opacity too. What we can do, we can duplicate and we can rotate it once again like this, and we can play with the displacement amount and everything. You can play with the evolution too. Alright, now the part is for color correction. So let's do one thing, let's do some organization. Alright, so for color correct, what we need to do, we are going to add an effect level 7 I have each and everything. 137. The gamma will be say 2.02. Output back will be 0. Output white will be 247. And we are going to add a curve. And so for curves, what we can do, we can increase that. You can play with the red channel. Okay, down like this. You can see we are getting our effect. Increase the green, increase. Okay, the blue channel. Go to red channel. Go to red channel. One thing, create a new solid layer, new solid. It will be black, and take the ellipse tool and just get a circle like this. Click. You can always double click on the mask and you can just adjust the mask. Small trick from my end. Okay. Now we'll go to our mask section and subtract it, and we are going to take some feather, mask feather. Let's add it. Take this black solid next to color correction. We can go to our color correction and we can like change the labels or something like bright edges, and take down our blue channel more. Something like this. Or we can do one thing, we can just take down opacity like this. So you have to really spend a lot of time until you get happy. So I'm just trying to show you the basic thing. It's getting animated because we already put some of the expression on the cloud section on the evolution part, so it's already animated. All right, now the next part is that what we need to do, we need to just import our logo, and we need to do the animation. So for that, it's very easy. What we are going to do, we are going to just import our logo. Before that, let's take a new adjustment layer and let's rename it as slider. And we are going to add an effect as slider. All click on size, go to slider, add in these two slider. We're going to do the same thing with all the clouds. All click on the size, go to slider, and parent these two slider. Now the next part is that we need to go ahead and import our logo. So we already rendered our logo. We will just go ahead and import our logo, and we need to just do some keyframing like at 10 seconds. Go to slider and place it at the point where you want. say over here, select the keyframe, back to 5 seconds and increase that. So what we have basically so we are going to import our logo. Let's add it and scale it little bit. At this point, okay, so we are done, almost done. Now the next part is that we need to add our text and we need to animate our text. You can see logo is coming, it's taking some time to render. And now for our text, you can do one thing, you can go ahead and create a new text layer, and this is our text layer. You can type your brand name, you can type anything. So this is our text layer. Let's center it up. Let's change the font. You can use any of the font. I'm just trying to use this font, the bold. And for text effect, what you can do, you can just add an effect. Let me pre-compose this first. Let's text, name it as text, and let's add an effect called bullet train. If you hit U, you can see you are getting 2 keyframes. The time keyframe. Alright, and now you can add another text. So title or vision, anything what you like. You can just put it over here, decrease the size, and you can add an effect, say typewriter. This is the same thing, hit U and you are going to get a keyframe, like when it need to start. And alright, so go to our render and take the text layer. We need to start this point. Alright, so let's see what we created for now. And you can do one thing, you can just definitely you can go ahead and you can, let me do it, you can just go to Thunder and evolution, alt click on the evolution, and you can just type time into 150. It will start moving. And you can go to Thunder part 2 and alt click on the evolution and type time into 500. You can see it's getting animated. So let's check it out, our final render copy what we created till now. Let's see. Alright, so let's see what we created for now. Nice. You can adjust the timing and each and everything. You can play with the animation. You can spend a lot of time with this. And if you have any query, you can comment us. And if you like our video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and you can directly download the project file, the same project file, from the description below. I will just attach the link. And if you have any query, you can ask. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for spending a lot of time with us. Have a nice day. Peace.